Capricorns, what's good, family? Tap in. We have the sun as the overall energy, but let's just look at what we have here. The sun, the moon, the wheel of fortune, the world, which the world in this deck, my favorite, the African American tarot, gives us the globe. Shout out to the watchers in Africa and South America as well. But the snake, giving the rings of Saturn, karma, Capricorn energy, as well as the fixed signs. Change in perspective here with the hangman in the reverse. Family, somebody's mind or perspective is changing. And what I really get here with this Eight of Swords in the reverse in this world, looking at things from a different perspective. And not only that, things lining up for you, maybe even your perspective on the world and the way things move around you changing. So not just people having a different perspective on you, not just you having a different perspective on people, but you having a different perspective on yourself and how you're looking at things. This is a mindset shift. Capricorns, we're getting ready to walk, prance, stomp into our birthday season. Go ahead and start dropping our birthdays down below. Shout out to the Sagittarius, Capricorn cuspers. Big changes coming in, mindset shifts. Dealing with what's going on in the subconscious here, these hidden feelings, good, bad, ugly. Because the sun here speaks to illumination, right? What's going on in the dark, coming out into the light, but also triumph, the grass being greener on the other side, happiness, brand new beginnings, fertility, right? And not just fertility and making these babies, kids, but like birthing new ideas, new businesses. Maybe for some of you, it's going back to school. For other people, it's, you know, maybe starting a fitness journey here. We see these 2 10s. Please drop the angel numbers you've been seeing, Capricorn family and cross watchers. Tap in as well. Be sure to drop your sun, moon, rising down as well, down in the chat as well. And represent where you're from. Shout out to everybody in Lansing, Michigan and Detroit, the 517 and the 313. Tap in. Drop your flags. But these 10 symbolizing endings, endings to misfortune, bad luck, or maybe it's an ending to the mindset of bad things are just always happening to you instead of figuring out, okay, so this bad thing happened. What am I about to do about this thing? Capricorns, changing the way that you think, releasing yourself from this negative mindset. Notice this demon here. And maybe it's not even a negative mindset. Maybe it's a demon that you're attached to. Maybe it's insecurity. Maybe it's... I don't know. Maybe it's being in the streets for some people. Maybe it's making bad money decisions. Maybe it's letting people walk all over you. Maybe it's overworking with this Eight of Pentacles. Not the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, right? We see this person working in the background, overworking. Maybe it's being a workaholic. Maybe being exhausted here from these heavy burdens, carrying all the weight of something. 10 of Wands is not just the straw that breaks the camel's back, though it seems like some of y'all might be right about there. But also, you know, heavy burdens, carrying all the weight of something. This Wheel of Fortune, it speaks to, you know, bad luck, misfortune, closing out cycles, but just going through this rough patch. And maybe it's time for you to look at things from a different perspective. Maybe you're taking on too much. Maybe you need to lighten your load here. We see the Fool, Gemini energy. Maybe you're dealing with a Fool. But this needed to take a leap of faith and almost do something new, start a new chapter. And maybe out of the blue, just doing so, doing something totally different. Maybe realizing, again, with looking at things from a different perspective, a different angle, that maybe you've been blocking your own blessings, maybe being foolish or being caught up in foolish things with foolish people. Maybe it's changing. Maybe it's even changing the people that you're around, Capricorn, with this Eight of Swords in the reverse, right? Because this speaks to being stuck and trapped by those demons, insecurity, lust, addictions, whatever it is. Negative people, negative mindset, whatever it is, overspending, whatever. But it's this revelation, this something that completely changes things, right? We're going to keep this observer, the hangman, in the corner here, because it's an ending that changes a perspective or that brings us on. Ooh. What more for this moon? We're not going to keep these two. Oh, we're not going to. Okay, now we're doing too damn much. Okay, hold on a second. Let's look at these because these fell out first. Scorpio energy here with the Death card in the reverse and the King of Wands. Some people being afraid to change or afraid to make changes. Maybe be afraid of looking foolish or feeling foolish. And really, I feel like it's more about people judging, even though we don't see that on here, more than anything. The Emperor energy here, does it have to do with a new business? Could also be a marriage or relationship here. Could be an Aries person. Maybe you have that in your chart. It's almost like revealing somebody's stubbornness, Capricorn. Maybe holding grudges, maybe being too prideful. This can also be a situation where looking at things from a different angle, somebody's trying to be controlling now, whether that's you or somebody else. But recognizing the situation for what it is, and instead of just carrying on and not addressing it, moving forward, being depressed, being worn out, exhausted here with this 10 of Wands in the reverse. Again, moving differently. Maybe moving in a different direction, closing things out. Give us one more for this Emperor and this Moon. Before we do that, the 3 of Cups and the 10 of Swords. This may be having to do with a relationship. And how something ended. Interesting. The 6 of Swords here in the reverse. Air, communication, information. But this speaks to moving on to calmer waters. This may be a situation, Capricorns, where you're realizing that maybe there were times where you didn't say something and you needed to speak on things. You just wanted to move on and not address it. And now it's become a bigger issue because you were just letting things go. This may be doing things differently where you just need to speak on it at the time and let it go. Let yourself be heard. Let them say their piece. And if they have nothing to say, keep it moving here with the Fool. 6 of Swords, the Emperor, and this Fool here. Something with this Elephant here. And also with this Owl in the reverse with this 10 of Wands. Like not learning certain lessons or carrying grudges, being very stubborn. What else? Wanting to just move on instead of addressing things. 2 of Swords. More of this air. And then we see that 8 of Swords. 2, 6, 8. The 2 of Swords speaks to confusion. Capricorns, it's almost like for some people, they're not addressing some issues. They just rather just not say anything and move on, while other people are just confused and not asking questions and like just kind of like not asking questions and just moving forward. Like realizing that it's okay for you to say things. Maybe it is an insecurity thing. Maybe it's a not feeling like you don't have a voice, Capricorn. Is that what it is? Give us one more for this Tower, not the Tower. The 10 of Wands and this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and this change in perspective. What is bringing this on? These endings. This Page of Wands, an inconsistent Capricorn, your energy here in the reverse. Queen of Pentacles. Inconsistent commitments, relationships. Maybe ones where you're overly giving. And, you know, takers have no limits. Feeling taken advantage of. But then there's the to what degree? Like the first time somebody takes advantage of you, that's one thing. But then the second, the third, the fifth, you're a willing participant, like wanting to seriously change that. Like, right, with the 6 of Cups here, changing your perspective and realize you may be blocking your own blessings, being naive. Maybe being too trusting here with this Full energy. The Empress here in the reverse. Actually, no. Keep her here. Keep it true. Not standing in your power. Again, feeling taken advantage, taken for granted here, or underappreciated. This speaks to somebody of abundance, beauty, right? Intelligence, emotional balance. But this is somebody who's like emotionally unstable, right? Again, somebody who gets walked on, is underappreciated, not knowing who they are, and lacking in abundance is not just like money and finances, but just like being a Debbie Downer with that Taurus Libra energy. But it's like it's looking at the it's looking at the glass half empty instead of half full, like that mentality, turning that around. This could even be you evaluating your relationship with somebody who's got a mentality like this. But really wanting to change and do different. Wanting to get out of this. Wanting to keep whatever this last thing was, end this cycle. And I'm almost getting with this untrustworthy person here, Queen of Pentacles. Could be a betrayal, the Seven of Wands. Being caught off guard by something. Or even somebody taunting and teasing you here with the Seven of Wands. And that's the thing, taunting and teasing you. We see this person covered up. But then telling other people, the peanut gallery, whoever, the minions, something totally different. And it can be a situation where you're realizing somebody, or maybe even multiple people, in multiple situations, now, past, present, future, where people, are trying to provoke you. Realizing that there's different ways to handle that. Maybe you don't even need to deal with it or respond at all. Three of Swords in the Hermit here, Virgo energy. Heartbreak, maybe even hurting yourself by engaging in it, or even continue to think or worry about it. Again, needing to let certain things go, let grudges go. But can also be needing to cut ties with certain people. Now we see the King of Swords here. That Libra energy, as well as Gemini, Aquarius. But the truth of something, about something coming out. Again, and speaking on some things. The truth about something, what's really going on in the background. Maybe somebody being childish, even with the Seven of Wands. What else for these black blessings? And again, the Seven, taking advantage of somebody. Maybe allowing people to take advantage of you. The Five of Swords here is not wanting to take a loss or a defeat. Also a conversation, a confrontation. But we also see somebody guilty of something here in the background, right? You may be dealing with somebody who likes to gaslight, deflect, and redirect. To keep the blame off of them, to keep from having to admit any type of guilt or take any type of loss, because some people are just immature like that, right? They're stubborn and set in their ways. And Capricorn, maybe that may even be you. You may be coming to that conclusion about yourself. We see the Page of Cups here in the Devil, big Capricorn energy, but also maybe realizing that you need to cut ties with some toxic people, confronting some toxic people. Maybe even letting go of some bad habits, pride and ego getting the best of you, and maybe even other people. But also with this Hierophant here, big Taurus energy, forgiveness. Maybe not letting your pride and ego get in the way of you needing to forgive some people or let some things go. We see this Knight of Swords here, maybe a situation where somebody was lying in or spreading rumors. It can also be a situation with this Knight of Swords of somebody not moving on something fast enough for you. This Three of Swords. And again, the 8, again, the 5 and the 3. 8 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 8 of Swords. It's a mindset thing. Realizing that you've been in some type of toxic cycle that you need to get out of. And it's not just the other people involved, but also the way you've been thinking about things, needing to, you know, back up here with the world. Because notice that the world is in his lap, right, in this world card. And then the snake around it, like really looking it over, setting things in front of you, maybe even journaling, writing things out, playing things back, and realizing maybe there's some people that you need to let go of. The role that you played in certain situations, and in realizing that, being able to actually fix it. Not just jumping from person to person or situation to situation, wondering why the shit keeps happening the exact same way, but making changes. We see the 9 of Swords here, because clearly the anxiety and stress from things being the way that it is has you up at night. It's stressing you out. Things aren't working out. We see this baggage getting the best of you, being exhausted from carrying these things around. Whatever this misfortune is, bad relationships, bad jobs, maybe it's addictions, whatever it is, inconsistent people in and out. Maybe it's even being inconsistent on yourself, with your own work, with your business. Wanting to fix that. Maybe it was an issue with a lacking of boundaries here. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Lots of air. Lots of being in your head, thoughts, ideas, words. Maybe it's even a falling out with somebody that's having you reevaluate some things, Capricorn. 1616 on the clock. Got those angel numbers. Interesting. I'm not keeping this. 4 of Wands, fire. But Sagittarius, shout out to the Cuspers and the 8 of Wands. I feel like a lot of you taking this time, Sagittarius season, as we roll into our birthdays, right? Me being a Capricorn as well. Focusing on yourself. Focusing on work, business, school here. And again, with this reading resonating more to like doing a lot of inner work and self-focus. And again, it could be you focusing on somebody else around you, but strongly I get wanting to go into the new year. Maybe this is a milestone birthday, 30, 35, 40, 50, like something, you know, let me know down below. Drop your birthdays, family, tap in. But wanting to make some significant changes, and maybe even feeling like under pressure, like you're running out of time, or maybe you've been overindulgent, right? This Temperance speaks to patience, moderation, balance, equal give and take. But and this Queen of Swords, again, lacking boundaries and overindulgence here. Maybe needing to pull back, scale back. But going through a period of growth and change here with this Sun. The 2 of Wands. And what is this crossroads that you're at that's bringing this on with this 2 of Wands? Maybe it's a child. Maybe it's wanting to start a family here with the Empress and the 6 of Swords. Maybe it's leaving a relationship where you have a child with somebody, or wanting to start leaving a relationship where you thought you were going to have a family with this person. Maybe you feel like you wasted too much time with them. Looking at things differently so we can have different results. Libra energy here with the Justice card. Facing things. Truth, balance. Again, that reciprocity. A decision. Consequences. And interesting enough, this arrow that this just happened to kind of be in, it's like pointing at like at oneself, like me, I'm here right now. But like when you have this even on your TV or your phone, like back at you. This is just focusing on yourself so you get different results. See, that's the thing. When you work on yourself and you do things differently, you actually make changes. You're sending out different signals, different vibrations, right? This High Priestess, Pisces, Scorpio energy, trusting your intuition, doing deeper work. Going below the surface, digging deep. And that's going to bring you the job that you want, the clients that you want, the business opportunities, the type of women that you want to meet, the type of men that you want to meet, right? The type of friends that you want to be around, right? Opening up your mind to being more creative, having more gratitude. It's little things like that, changing your mindset. And also, again, strongly needing to cut certain people out. Capricorn, this is a big time of growth and change, looking at yourself. Again, reevaluating some things. Page of Swords here speaks to studying, watching people from a distance, maybe needing to separate yourself, but also an immature mindset. Again, this being a growth thing. The Page of Cups, again, the immature and the way the people that communicate. But why are we drawing people towards us, Capricorns, if that is the case? If it's not us, then these people. Why are we drawing these people towards us? And if we're doing that and then there's nothing we can do about it, why are we allowing them to stick around if that's not what we want? Changing things. The Ace of Cups here. Not feeding it into this anymore. And the Five of Cups. Some people being afraid to cut people off because you feel like it's betraying them. When really you're betraying yourself by giving into this. Needing to have the strength and the courage. Big Leo energy. Maybe it's a Leo you need to leave behind. Drop this person sign down below if it's a person. To leave a situation, or with that 8 energy to change and to do something new. Brand new, passionate beginnings here with the Ace of Wands. Starting over, wanting to start fresh and start new. And not just starting new and saying you're starting new, but like actually moving different. 9 of Pentacles here. Virgo energy, work. Maybe it's a change in work. Maybe it's changing your money. Maybe it's even cutting back. And then not only that, the 5 of Cups. Maybe it's depending less on other people. We see the 10 of Swords and the King of Wands. There are some people that you are afraid to cut off, but you know it's in your best interest to do so. You know it. And whether that's on your social media, whether that's actually in your social circle, Capricorns, there are some people that you know they're revealing themselves. And while you're going through this period of growth, you know that they just got to go. They're not on the same journey as you with this Page of Swords. Maybe they're in a different place, right? Different maturity level. And while they have a lot of potential, you're just moving past this. Maybe slowly but surely. And maybe this is something that where you've moved past somebody or something, outgrown someone or something. And you didn't realize until you got to the point where it's like, okay, it's really time to go. But this Knight of Pentacles speaks to potential. Something that's building and growing. And you're building and growing. This is Virgo energy, continuing the earth signs, but leaving the drama behind. Leaving the drama behind. Realizing that you either look too good or have too many good opportunities coming your way to be bothered with the nonsense. Temptation for some of you. Men, women, gossip, rumors, drama. Ignoring it, letting it go. It being childish and beneath you. The 4 of Cups here. Mess, drama. Clearly my empty stomach, excuse that, and the 4 of Pentacles here. Maybe needing to move in silence. Separating yourself, going into hermit mode. But there are some people, some things, maybe some places that you are ready to let go of because it's bringing just negative energy towards you for your own sanity, letting some things go. Capricorns, drop what it is that you need to let go of down in the comment section. Drop your birthdays as well. Let me know where you're watching from. Hit the like button, subscribe. Most of you that are watching are not subscribed. Share this video. Follow me on Instagram. Personal reading information is down below in the description box. And I will be checking in on you real soon. Keep it real, Capricorns.